everybody! Nice to see you here as always. We're going to be playing some Star Wars The Old Republic this fine Tuesday morning. We're going to be doing some Galactic Season stuff. If you would like to join us, we'd love to have you along. Our friend DCH is putting together a group, and we are going to be running Galactic Season stuff on Republic side on the Starforge server. There's no level gear skill requirement. We just ask that you have your ship in the story. We currently have a group of, it looks like 15 people, and we can take up to 24. So we have plenty of room if you want to get logged in and join us. We love having people along who have no idea what's going on. Super happy to have people who are maybe new to Galactic Seasons or lower level. We're going to be doing very specifically Trapjaw, which is a world boss on Tatooine, Lucky, who is a world boss on Corellia, and then something called Sparks of War on Yavin. For those later two, if you're low level, you'll probably die a lot, but we'd still love to have you along, even just for fun, even if you just want to come be a body in our in our group. You love this shirt? Me too. This is actually, I believe, a men's shirt. It was a hand-me-down to Mr. Swtorista, and I was like, bro, you're not gonna wear that. I'm gonna wear it, and I can wear it now that I don't have a green screen. I really like it. Thank you for noticing. Who says hello? How's it going? I'm on vacation. Nice. Are you just relaxing at home, or did you go out and about anywhere? And thanks so much as always for the support. You're almost at a year. Holy cow. Mytharian Void Snow says hello, Swtorista in chat. Hey there for the first time too as well, and good morning everybody. We are on Republic side, Starforge server. No requirements except to have your ship in the story. We'd love to have you along. It's gonna be a fun little kind of casual day of running around doing group content for Galactic Seasons. So while we're forming up, it looks like we have 17 so far. Nice, out of a possible 24. Feel free to come join us either from YouTube or from Twitch. We'd love to have you along. Today is Tuesday, June 25th. The sale of the day. Oh, this is from yesterday. Hang on. What's the sale of today's day? Oh, that's today. The date's just wrong. Nahoot's Heavy Cannon for 1400 cc. This is a really cool one, actually. I don't know if I would necessarily say to buy it from the cartel market. I'd check the GTN first, but I love holographic weapons. I'm such a sucker for them. It's a men's shirt because it's meant to fit like a square body. Like, let's be clear. This sucker, I'm kind of drowning in it, but I like it a lot. It's so comfy. Give it a hoot. Don't pollute. Oh my gosh. I want a sticker that says that. Reset day. Today is for Galactic Seasons, PvP Seasons, Conquest, Reputation, and Weekly Quests. This happens every Tuesday, and that's why we're doing Galactic Seasons today. Along with that, what else reset? The Dantooine Festival of Abundance is no longer available. One thing I was curious about, and I'm actually going to go check right now, is will the vendor still be around after the event is over? That's something in past events has kind of flip-flopped. Like, sometimes the vendor will be there, sometimes it won't, sometimes they'll re-add it back later because we're all like, we want the vendor back. We forgot to spend our tokens. We don't want to wait a year to spend them. Yeah, the vendor's there. Awesome. Andre says, do you have record temperatures where you live too? Hey, Andre, where I live, it regularly gets over 100. So, when it's hot, it's not really that surprising, unfortunately. The bounty event just started today. Is that correct? That sounds about right. Bounty event started today. Galactic Season 6 is currently running, and for those of you over on YouTube, feel free to visit SWTORista.com/events, and that'll have information about all of these things I'm talking about right now. The Nightlife event will be running on July 9th, so it's getting closer and closer. It's creeping. The gambling with tokens we get for free is creeping ever closer, and so is that rainbow helmet. I would also like to get that. And yeah, JR, it looks like some of you already checked if the vendor was there. And yes, it absolutely is still there for the Festival of Abundance. You can still go spend your tokens. Let's see, how many do I have? I have 3,000 just kind of sitting there. I was hoping to try and save up for the armor sets, but they're quite expensive. They're probably the most expensive thing on the whole event. Just track, I guess you could call it. I am kind of curious about all these people hanging out here. What are you guys doing here? There's multiple different people just kind of like wandering around in front of the terminal. I'm guessing these are people who had parked their character there to like do free pie dailies here and there. I'm gonna go check out my farm. What's up with my farm? Is my farm still there? Did it explode while I was gone? No, my farm's still there. But I can't go fishing. I can't take care of my little critters. Well, terminal is not available. Oh, the kitty cats. The kitty cats are still roaming around. That's good to see. I kind of half expected there to be something different here when the event was ended, but it looks like you can still just kind of go to your half of your farm and it just kind of sits there. Eh? Let's see what else is going on. I think that's it for the news that I can think of. And was there anything on the dev tracker? No, nothing that we didn't already address the other day. All right. Let's see, how's our group going up? 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18 so far. So if you would like to join us, please absolutely feel free. I kind of gonna call it a last call or so. If you wanted to join us, please post in Twitch chat or YouTube chat ASAP so we know to wait for you. Otherwise, we'll get going soon. Oh, your vacation in Oregon. Nice. Have fun. Love to see some photos if you share them for sure. Have a nice relaxing vacation. You were in ESC, you're now in Pacific. Oh, you went to watch the Olympic trials. Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. I didn't realize that was going on right now. Very, very, very neat. Very cool. So yeah, for those of you who aren't aware, the Olympic trials are actually coming to my home city here in Los Angeles. I think it's in 2028. I signed up for the volunteer notifications, but who knows where my life will be at in 2028, you know? Stay away from the Oregon Trail. All right, so I have had an important question I've been working on. And it's what do I spend my tech fragments on now that I have finally collected all of the things that I wanted to collect? And I realized, so I went and bought an RPM just because I was like, oh my god, they're full. What do? I don't know how to, I can't accept quests. If they're filled up, they'll get wasted. I was very like upset about it. I was like, what do? I need to figure it out. And I realized there's probably actually a bunch of weapons that I haven't collected, surprisingly enough, because I've collected all of the armors for tech fragments, and I went and worked on updating this guide over here. This guide is called What Are Tech Fragments For in SWTOR? Like, what do you do with tech fragments? What are the things you could spend them on? So the most well-known ones are tactical items, legendary implants, OEM, and RPMs. And then after that, there is some other items you can get. And I was like looking through them one by one to make sure I didn't like miss anything. So by the way, for those of you who have been using the website, if you've ever seen the little yellow boxes and you've been trying to click them and they weren't going anywhere, I finally figured out what that specific issue was and I have fixed it. So if you ever see like a guide that links to another guide, it should work now, which is fantastic. Why no dark mode? Asked Vader. Listen, I need you to shut your mouth because there is a dark mode. You just have to actually use it. Why no dark mode for me? Because I need a tan. Obviously. But yeah, enough of you complained that I literally added a dark mode by hand to the site. This is like hand coded. I didn't even use like a plugin or anything. Tronic wants to know, did they say if they're working on a friend referral? Like there used to be. I thought they mentioned they were working on the reward system because I still got the reward from when I first started SWTOR, LOL. Hey Tronic, so as far as I know, they're not planning to reintroduce it or anything. Unfortunately, the system that used to exist, the Refer a Friend program, the referral program, it wasn't really being used in the way it was intended. It wasn't really being used in a way that was actually beneficial to the company. It was kind of detrimental to the economy as a whole. And although I was personally benefiting from it a whole bunch, like I had a ton of cartel coins. I had so many at one point. I was actually in favor of them dismantling it because it didn't make any sense. And there was too many people using it for scams as well, which was really unfortunate. So I don't think they plan to reintroduce it, not that I know of. I don't think there really is as much of a need to anymore in the way that that marketing works. I don't think that many other games have a refer a friend program either. But yeah, you might as well enjoy your rewards that you got so far because they're probably quite exclusive at this point, right? Christian Holhop over on YouTube says, hey, I love your guides. I came back into SWTOR after leaving on original vanilla. Wow, welcome back to the game after the big old break there. Hey, Val, I don't know if you're in here. Val, what are you doing? Why are you donating so many decorations? Is it for a reason? Is it because Coffee's going to decorate the ship or something? Or are you just doing it for fun so that we have a larger collection? Okay, we have 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I haven't seen anyone say wait for me, so I think we are good to go. Yeah, Tronic, it would be nice if you guys could still at least work on that cosmetic track, huh, without the cartel coins. Oh, why did I already check? I'm sorry. Whoever's on location, I think that's DCH. Feel free to send out a summon at this point. But yeah, Tronic, I think the idea is that when a system doesn't work, if you modify it, you usually want to do it in a really useful way instead of just kind of cutting stuff out. And right now I think they don't have the time to really devote to making the Refer a Friend program really make sense versus just, you know, cutting out the bad parts. They just took it down altogether. Maybe it will come back in the future. We don't know. Okay, everybody who's in the group, press the green check mark that should show up on the top left to accept the summon. Oh, JR says, I logged in super late last night at 2 a.m. Eastern. A new set of 3 egg hunt weeklies were available, but old ones didn't go away, so I was able to hold 6 weeklies. Oh no! Oh no! Were those... JR, I don't know if you happen to remember which ones they were. We're almost all here. Nalthison, we'll wait for Batman to get here. And I think we'll be able to go then. Is this anyone's first time? Just out of curiosity. So Batman, don't forget to press that green check mark top left. So there was other egg hunts. Out of curiosity, do you know if the egg hunts that showed up late at night last night, JR, were they Makeb egg hunt the Sanctuary, Androd egg hunt Oasis, or Yavin egg hunt training grounds? Because these were the ones that, like, the reason I ask is because those, one I saw on the PTS but not on live, and 2 I saw that were potentially going to be in there, like on Jedipedia, but didn't ever actually make it in. I wasn't sure if they existed or not. I'm curious how the egg hunts are even chosen each week. Hey, Batman! Batman, where are you? Is there still place? Yes, yes, Dark Lord, you can join us. We'll see. Let's see. Are you online? Oh, I can't. Because we have a pending flagship. Here, we'll see if Batman accepts. Oh, I see. Batman kind of got the summon, sort of. I think Batman got the one that put them on the like starship terminal. So Batman, if you can hear me, if you're unable to accept the summon, the green check mark top left, try running out of the spaceport and then pressing it. Hey, Darkwing. Darkwing says, hi, Swtorista. Since I started watching your streams, I've been trying to get back into SWTOR to join y'all. I used to play back years ago. Ah, welcome. Welcome back to the game. Yes, we just have a pending flagship summon. Four, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Ah! That drives me nuts. Drives me crazy. I hate that inability. Okay. I hate the inability. So if everyone who's in the group could press the green check mark or the red X, I don't care which at this point. It drives me freaking bonkers. So angry. Makes me want to scream. All I want to do is play with other people. And I can't even, like, cancel the summon or anything like that. Hey, great question, Clarinet Boy. I would love to answer that one after I'm done being angry. Give me a second here. I'm just gonna rage and scream. Can I kick Batman? That doesn't like fix it, does it? Oh man. I have to wait like a full 2 minutes. Do you have any plans for Blade Canada Day weekend when USAians throw fireworks for Canada? Oh yes, on July 4th? Yes, that's my favorite Canada Day. Actually, we do have some plans for July 4th. Oh, here we go. 2, 3, and I think that was all the people who were saying in general chat they wanted to join. May someone summon again? Green check mark top left. And we will not wait for Batman though. We'll just wait for these last 2 people joining us. Great question, Christian, as well for Star Fortress. Don't mind me, I'm just a little crazy. We're doing Lucky after, yes. I don't know what happened to Sour Moon. Did they also get yeeted into the spaceport, or are they just not accepting the summon? Maybe they don't know how. Oh hey, Batman made it here. That's awesome. There we go. It only took about six years to get here. Alright, I'm pressing the button. I see all the names are orange. I'm going. Let's go. Yeah.
Jump in the Sarlacc pit.
That is a great plan. That is not what we're doing today, but I love that suggestion. Thank you so much, Parrot. Kaka! So for anyone just joining right now, we are doing what's called Galactic Seasons. Galactic Seasons is a rotating set of objectives each week. I really enjoy it because it has a reason for me to go do some old stuff that I maybe wouldn't normally run anymore because it doesn't have any specific rewards that I'm looking for. It also is cool to have other people kind of looking to do group stuff at the same time, and it's all kind of focused because of the rotation each week. For example, Trapjaw. Good reason to go run him and Lucky today. All right, let's go back to this. Some of these questions in chat. Thank you so much for waiting. Clarinet Boy 3 says, "Hey, I heard SWTOR switched developers. Is this true?" It is correct. It switched. It used to be under BioWare Studio, who is currently just announced their most recent Dragon Age solo video game, and that's kind of what they're focusing on from now on is solo games rather than anything multiplayer. And now SWTOR is being developed by a company called Broadsword, a studio called Broadsword, and it's still under the parent company of Electronic Arts, EA. So that hasn't changed, same publisher. And kind of more importantly, and just so you know, it's most of the same. Yeah, it is funny when we do stuff in the big groups, isn't it? Like half the all the debuffs, just a giant massive debuffs at the side of my screen. So a lot of the same people are developing it. Basically, the majority of the SWTOR team just moved from BioWare to Broadsword. Same leadership, same faces. We are kind of doing a little checklist of the people we knew who worked there and whether they moved or not. And
for House in Rukini!
Thank you so much, Batman, for House in Rukini, indeed. And it looks like pretty much all of them moved over. So yeah, I hope that answered your question for you. If you have any more questions, feel free to pop them in chat. And we had a question from Christian Halthoff over on YouTube. Said, "May I ask, is the Star Fortress solo hard? I have 324 conquest gear, but no companion with the Fallen on influence level 50. I like collecting companions." Oh, so yes, SGR said story mode Star Fortresses are quite easy and the heroic ones are quite hard, but I think to get the companions you only need to do the story mode. Green check mark top left. So yeah, if you want to come with us for the next one, green check mark top left, that'll bring us to Corellia. Please wait until everyone's here to start, or at least until I give the go. Basically, we wait for all the orange names to be lit up in the ops frame to know when everyone is near enough that they will get credit. If not able to actually like run around yet themselves. Barbed Wire Shark says, do you know which guilds focus on conquest? Hey, Barbed Wire Shark. Okay, so I'm in a guild. We do conquest each week, but we don't focus on it. Like, we're not trying to get on the top of the leaderboard or anything like that. So I don't really do that myself. I'm not seeking out guilds that do conquest, though I know some people in here do. So I believe, oh, hang on. If you want... no, we're not going to try to get the unlucky title today. Y'all can commit lucky side on your own time. So we're waiting for Gwen Delay and Batman. Waiting on Hassan and Gwen Delay to accept summon and arrive before we start. So I will say, here is a list, Barbed Wire Shark, of, oh shoot, yeah, guilds and SWTOR. I linked you the guild finder. If you search by conquest, you can kind of get an idea of guilds that are recruiting. And if you guys have any suggestions for guilds that you are in that focus on conquest and aren't butt wipes, feel free to post them in chat. I'm sure there's a better way to say that, but aren't crazy, you know. And however, do be aware that some conquest guilds require a certain level of activity. Gwendolyn was one of our random players, so I'm unsure if they're joining us or not for the next boss. I'm gonna sneeze, okay? BRB. Oh, they went BRB as you sent the summons. I think we'll just go. So this boss is a little harder. We'll see if we can survive it. I didn't think to stop and check and see if we had any healers and stuff like that, you know? Oh, look at this peaceful, serene music as we fight Lucky. Batman says my laptop doesn't like SWTOR, so I don't know when it will finish loading up. Yeah, gotcha. One really useful thing. Sorry, we started. One really useful thing, if you have a slow computer or something like that, it's really useful to let your team leader know, I accepted summons, I'll be a while to load, and that way they don't have to be stuck in that weird kind of limbo of unsure if you walked away to go walk your dog, or if you went to the toilet and never came back. You know. With the event ending, will all the cozy farming have to wait until next springtime? Yes, Cybold, no more farming. You can go hang out on the Dantooine Bilbo Groves, but you can't do anything there. Sorry, so sad. Emperor says, since I managed to get back into the game the other day. Yeah, I remember you're here the other day. I've decided to do all the origin stories, and then we'll see what I do. I only have finished 2 out of 8 so far. Oh wow, so you've got a big adventure in front of you. Oh, DCH, I'm sorry, you disconnected. Well. God, I like to use the phrase, we don't know if they went BRB and then got hit by a bus. Is there a way, says Christian Holthoff over on YouTube, to get the Orcon operation in Group Finder so I can finish the story there? Great question, Christian. So a lot of players have this experience where they go to Orcon, do the cool Dreadmaster story there, and then they realize that specific story ends with the operation. And it was something that BioWare was trying out, and it was kind of a bad decision in the end, because so many players who play alone just kind of get stuck there. So Christian wants to know, can I like get it to pop in the Group Finder? So the answer is technically yes. Each week in the Group Finder there's a different set of... Oh, I can't look at that right now. Yay, Nice job. Nice job. We are doing Sparks of War next, if you want to say. Oh, good. DCH reconnected too. Awesome. Love the PowerPoint fight, right? So let's see. Am I able to see it now that I'm not fighting? Oh no, I can't. Just because we're in a group already. But each week a rotating set of operations is on the group finder. Phantom in chat actually said that the Dread Palace and Dread Fortress are actually in the group finder this specific week. That resets every Tuesday morning, so every today morning. However, I will say very few people use the group finder to group up for operations, because although we do them all the time here in chat, we're going to be doing some next Monday. We're actually going to be running some on 4th of July where we're pretty much guaranteed to complete them. That's not always the case through the group finder. The reason we can always complete it is because we make sure we have the correct amount of tanks and healers. We make sure we have a raid leader who's calling things out when it's really important, and we usually have at least a couple players who know what's going on. If you don't have that combination, there is a chance you'll be spending hours and hours in an operation and never even guarantees to succeed, when some of them should be completed in under like 40 minutes, you know, like is the average time. So a lot of people don't run through the group finder because there's no way to guarantee who you're getting. Like, you don't necessarily need good people, but you need people who are like listening and paying attention and doing, there's a certain bare minimum. And if you're on this stream, guess what? You've bet that bare minimum. You know how to use chat, you know how to whisper people and stuff like that, you know? But the group finder doesn't even guarantee that people have chat open, period. Like, they may not even know that general chat exists, you know? Okay, we're waiting for... Oh, nice! Batman, you loaded into this one fast. Let's go. DCH says, I haven't even eaten breakfast yet? Thanks, DCH, for putting the group together, and thank you as well to Robin, who offered as well. Very, very nice little batch of volunteers who are around to help get the group started. It makes everything a lot smoother for you guys to enjoy. Otherwise, you have to wait for me to do it. Oh my gosh, there's death from above and below, and oh my gosh, we pulled a bunch of groups. That's what happened. Holy guacamole. Holy guacamole. Oh my god. Intizar says, if they are on the Star Force server, I suggest joining the Allies channel. DF and DP are frequently run through Allies. I will say though, if you have not like run operations before, I don't know if I recommend joining Allies, because Allies is very specifically for like, they usually want people who know how to run it and who aren't going to run around in circles and explore and take their time and stuff, you know? It's like, it's very, obviously not every group is like that, but there's a slightly higher expectation level than, say, with a guild or something like that. So I don't necessarily have any specific suggestions on how to get into that operation. In general, the correct answer is BioWare. Why did you make it so that, their solo content ends with an operation? Okay, let's kill this one and then we'll pause for a second so we can get our dead friends up. So I have linked you something called First Operation. Christian, if you want to take a look about joining your first operation if you've never done one before. If you're a little more experienced, joining Allies is actually covered in that guide and how to go about it. Nasasu says, I played to level 30 on my first character before I realized there was a chat. Right, and there's honestly nothing wrong with that, especially because chat can be really intimidating and weird sometimes. Hey there, Roth. Nice to see you again. Emberg says, maybe if I can get used to the game again, I might gather up the courage to do some group content. I've healed a bit in World of Warcraft, so I'm not completely unfamiliar with it. Yeah, so Star Wars The Old Republic, honestly, is really good for group content at a low skill level, like at a low comfort level, because like veteran flashpoints, so the basic group flashpoints. Hold on. Let's find our dead teammates and raise them up. Arise! Fallen comrade! And so are the story operations. If you wind up with a level 80 character, feel free to come join us pretty much every Monday, usually on Republic side. Christian says, I never did Operation SWTOR, but I played a lot of raids and other MMORPGs and already studying guides. Oh, that's awesome. So you're on a good track. So that guide that I just linked to you called First Operation, that is going to be really useful to you, especially if you already have a little bit of knowledge. Okay, so it looks like all our team is alive. Let's run forward a bit. Oh, poor Zizicle. They keep getting nuked from Oblivion, probably because there's so many people in the group. It's just a unfortunate case. Some people, if they have less good internet or less good computer, they kind of oof. Less good aliveness. I'll let you guys kill stuff. I'll just stay dead. Get him, get him, get him. Oh, hey. I get to be alive, thanks. Run away! It will boot them out when we have such a big group, and it's unfortunate. There's only so much you can do, though, unfortunately. You can turn your graphics down all the way, turn your nameplates down all the way. That's pretty much it. Other than upgrading your computer, unfortunately. Or not doing giant group stuff, but I'm never going to listen to that advice, lol. It was doing fine during the world bosses, but now it yeeted you. It might be because we're also fighting multiple enemies versus before. Before we were just fighting one. That might have been the difference. Ooh, we're getting lots of death here. Here, let's put a target marker on this guy. Ooh, spicy chicken. We'll see what we can do. We're gonna fight the one on the farthest right next, if we can. Being a keyword here. We've lost most of our healers. We'll see what we can do. I wish SWTOR wouldn't stutter so much, says Austerlist. It would make it much more enjoyable. Yeah, obviously, I think that would be something everybody would super enjoy. It just is unfortunately how the game was built. It was built kind of for speed versus for optimization to get it out fast versus, well, it was fine pre-2015. You think so? I guess they have changed the graphics multiple times, the lowest setting, if that's what you mean. Hey there, Neoseeker says, I had no idea you streamed. Hey, we're here every morning, 8 to 10 a.m. Pacific, every weekday. I recognize your name. Hi. Okay, I think we're safe to be dead now. If Silent and Rika want to slash stuck, that'd be great. And we'll just go restart, you know? Nice. Sidra! Sidra's like, no! Oh, I see. I guess we have to return to Med Center. If someone gets back there, would you mind resummoning? I'm gonna see if I can too. So everyone return to Med Center. And we'll see if we can get a summon back up. So Jazargal is the last one to return to Med Center, I think. Good to go. So there's green checkmark top left. Nice. Everyone's back alive again. Are you a fan of all the changes like level sync and stuff like that? And I forgot what update changed that. That was a really long time ago, to be clear. That is very, very old news at this point. Personally, I think the level sync obviously does have some detriments, but overall, I think it's a very good change. Are we all here? I think we're waiting for Sarumoon, and they're just around the corner. Sweet. Okay, let's try to do one group at a time. Looks like we have one. I lied. Let's apparently do two. Oh, why? So level sync had some really nice benefits. I think the biggest one being that even if you're over leveled for a quest, you still benefit from it all the same. So basically, a lot of the times you would maybe out level a planet, and then it would be really kind of upsetting. You'd be like, level 40 something and the planet will be level 30 and all your quests would be grayed out and you wouldn't get anything from them. But you might want to complete them anyway, like for story's sake, and you wouldn't get any rewards, no XP, no relevant credits, stuff like that. And it was like, oh, okay. But now, like, you can do them at whatever time you want and you still get a reasonable amount of rewards, which is nice. It doesn't matter what your exact level is, and it's also really beneficial if you're playing with a friend, and let's say you happen to be level 17, your friend is level 15, you'll still both get rewarded the same. If your friend is level 15 and you're level 30, you'll still get XP for joining them down at their lower level planet, which is really nice. The downside is some players don't like that you can't go and ruffle stomp your way through low level planets and rampage and smash everything in one hit, though you're still more powerful at a high level. Duckfoot, hey there! Duckfoot says, I'm new and wanting to play with you guys in the future. Are you Republic or Empire? Gotta grind and get the right level though, obviously. Hey Duckfoot! So the stuff that we do on stream here, so for example, this activity, as well as the Monday morning operations, we usually do them Republic side. That's just because that's my main character. There's no other good reason, I'm sorry, to you Imperial folk. But to join us for activities like this, you usually just need your ship in the story. Like, you don't have to be a specific level, which is really nice. You need to be like level 15 or something super low. And for the operations that we do on Mondays, you have to be level 80, because that's what operations require. However, if you're asking about the guild that I'm in, that's a slightly different story. And they play on both sides. More specifically, they swap back and forth. And there's more different types of activities and different levels of activities than what I do on stream. Oh no, death in abundance. Death from above, death from below, death from the left and the right. Harris says, sadly, all my characters are on Malgus. Yeah, it really is a bit of a bummer in that way. I tried playing and doing stuff on multiple servers for a while, but it was just too much for me to keep track of and handle and stuff like that. It got too frustrating for me. You're only level 29. No, that's perfect. Like, I don't know what server you're on, Duckfoot. But we actually have one spot technically available as we're all dying. If you wanted to join us on Yavin, we would just need to know your character name. You have 300 ping on North America? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. What's my ping right now? 84, so not too bad right now. We are getting our booty kicked on Yavin 4. I did get some achievements though, so thanks everybody. I think we'll do /stuck now if you guys want to die. if you guys want to kill yourselves, we can restart here. How can you find your ping? Okay, it's a bit you have to go through multiple steps. You go escape, interface editor, select the little utility bar on the bottom or the top right, and you have to change one of the little drop downs to signal. And then that'll have signal show up and you can roll over it. There we go, return to med center. Nice. And if someone wants to summon when they get there, feel free. That would be awesome. Kal-El says, I completely blew it. I thought we had one more week for the Spring Harvest Festival. Oh, green check mark top left. And I thought we had one more week for the Spring Harvest Festival, and I would have completed all the achievements. Did you get the Void Fish, Kal-El? And don't forget, one of the achievements is literally broken, so you couldn't have 100% completed it regardless. But don't worry about it, it'll come around next year. There was no real reward for completing them all either. So if you could press that green check mark or red X on the top left, even if you're already here, I'd appreciate that. Because I would like to invite this random person that's here. Nope. Too many pending flagship. It's okay. Ah! Come and get me, coppers. Imperial assault droid coppers. Have a good one, Phaedra. Thanks for coming. Oh, you're gonna try and get the voidfish this weekend. You guys, I'm pretty sure I had a dream about the voidfish thing last night. I'm 99% sure because someone was showing me a little video. Who was that? Corey? I think Corey Fish? Oh my gosh, Corey Fish. No, it was Neo. Neo was showing me was getting the dyes for me, which was really nice. And we were chatting, and he was showing me a video. She or they, I believe he was showing me a video of them doing the fishing, and they said, "I'm pretty sure I saw the void fish." And I was like, "What do you mean you saw the void fish? Like, is it a different circle? You can physically see the fish?" And they're like, "No, I saw a large circle pop up, and it disappeared immediately, like 2 seconds afterwards. Like, it was super fast. Like, and they actually were able to capture it on video." And I was like, "Oh, I see that circle. They don't disappear that fast. The large circles. They normally they show up. You still have to be quick about getting to them, but they don't disappear that fast." And it wasn't that the quest ended or anything either. They were only like 2 out of 15. So I'm wondering if that actually was the voidfish that they saw. And the voidfish comes out of large circles that are specifically ones that disappear really fast compared to the normal large circles. If so, that's super cool. That's the first time I've seen anyone like bring any super meaningful data to the table about this stupid fish. Okay, oh my gosh. How are we? Can someone check the count? What are we at for count? I'm about to die here. It's okay. It's okay. Why did we pull the droid when it was last thing in the tent? It's okay, we're almost there. We're at 24 for almost everyone. Cool. Maybe you guys can manage to kill one more. Let's see. I don't think so. You guys only have one person left. Oh, it's Phaedra, who's AFK. Okay, return to med center. Oops. We'll go one more. Go one more round. I don't know if Yavin 4 was a good choice, but I like getting achievements, so I'm happy. Duckfoot says, "Do you still have room now?" You know what? Yes. We're gonna go run 2 more world bosses after this, just for fun, just for you. So Duckfoot, I will need to know your character name, and then I can invite you. So Republic side Starforge server, and you just need your ship, which I assume you have at level 29. Note to self, Ilum. Yeah, no kidding. Woof. Okay, so green checkmark top left. I'm looking for Zizzical. But I think they're close by. I just can't see them. Oh yeah, they're close by. And Phaedra said they are on their way out. Okay, so we can go. Should be able to get this last one here. Yay! Nice! Oh, I also got an achievement. Nice. I'm not going to complain about that, so thank you guys. What was that one that I just got? Sticking it to the Empire. Oh, nice! Defeat 30 Imperial Guards on Yavin 4. Very cool. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. I like getting achievements because, like, I don't get them very often anymore. Excuse me, why are you guys killing the local fauna? I know you're leaving the flora alone, but please don't kill the birds. What'd they ever do to you? Duck says, "I don't want to be an inconvenience. I can join next time." No. The reason I was like, we'll do 2 more is because we have a quest to do 4 total. Invite? We have... Darn it! Invite? Eh! I have a pending flagship request. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. It'll take about 2 minutes before we can get there. Anyone not complete Galactic Seasons? For that objective Sparks of War? No witnesses, no survivors. They looked at them funny. Oh my gosh, I think you're right. Oh God. There we go. Okay. We are done. We are done. Back away. Run away. Run away. I'm not fighting anymore. You guys can do whatever you want, but I'm leaving this place. Goodbye forever. I'm gonna head to, I don't think I have a summon available, but I would really appreciate it if anyone could head to, I'd like to do Coruscant and then Terrace. 100 stack Dreadtooth. If anyone could head to Coruscant, that would be super awesome. Who has a summon and head to the old galactic market and run to the boss there. I'm gonna head there, but I don't think I have a summon available yet. AJ says, hey, are we doing an Imperial run? Well, we were murdering Imperials. Does that count as an Imperial run? Otherwise, no. Sorry, I mostly play on Republic side, just because that's where my main character is. The Bergs work for the bourgeoisie. That's right, they need to die. Chocolate milk. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so very, very pleased. So happy. So I told you about how on Sunday I didn't sleep for 30 hours straight. And before that, I'd been having major sleeping issues, like my circadian rhythm was absolutely backwards or something like that. I don't really know what happened, but my sleep schedule was so wrong. So I stayed up for 30 hours straight. I went to bed at 6 p.m. I slept all the way until 8 a.m. the next morning. And again, last night, I slept at normal hours. I went to bed at 11 p.m. and I woke up at normal wake-up time. I am so, 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 so happy. Friday wants to know, can I join the World Boss group? Yes. What is your character name? You need to be Starforge server Republic side to join us. So when you get there, don't summon if anyone beats me there. We're gonna see if we can get Friday in here. By the way, we do have actually 2 spots left. So Friday, and if anyone else wants to come, you are welcome to join us. I just need to know your character name. Republic side on Starforge server. Yo, take a NyQuil? Right, I'd actually contacted my doctor at that point to be like, hey, I'm not sleeping. Help. But that seemed to do the trick. Yes, wait for summon. Wait for summon. We'll get you there. My name is Relinko. Invite Relinko. Oh, nice. Oh, I think you have automatic decline on Friday. Friday, I need you to go escape preferences. So you need to go into your settings and in the social tab, you have auto ignore group invites on, I think. There you go. Perfect. Awesome. That or you pressed escape because you hate me. So we'll bring you guys along for sure. So I'm actually almost there. I think I see some of my teammates. Oh, the boss just went down. Let's see if we can find another instance up. Thanks Rolaren for taking a peek there. So this is one of my, I really like this boss. This boss always kills somebody. Always. Which is hilarious to me. Right, so I was going to be talking to my doctor. I have an appointment, I think Tuesday at 7:40 p.m. And I was like, what? Okay, what is my doctor doing? Oh, other instance depopulating. So we may just have to wait a minute or two. We can't make a PvP instance, can we? Don't think so. I don't think so, because it's Coruscant. It's okay, we'll just chill out. Let's see. We might as well summon and get everyone loaded in, right? We can make another instance if we challenge the younglings to PvP. Let's not recreate the massacre of Coruscant. Okay, Anakin, thank you. Relax. Teddy says I can come along. Yeah, Teddy, if you walk your way here, unfortunately I just sent out the summon, so it's probably not going to make it to you in time, but if you fly here, you can absolutely join us. There's also ZZZ Quill, which was NyQuil, but without the medical glorp in it. Right, so I think I might be okay, though. I think I might be fine. Like, I do need to do the, like, I don't know what the word is called. The self-work. I need to make sure I'm going to bed on a regular time. I need to make sure to... it's also like a mental thing. I need to make sure that I don't feel like I just need to do things forever and never sleep. Like housework and self-care. And like work and stuff like that. Actually go to bed. And I need to make sure to eat good and not eat too late so I don't get heartburn. Blah, blah, blah. All these adult things. Take good care of myself. Paris says, I finally completed the technological breakthrough on Kessin's Landing. I thought it would have something to do with the Datacron, but as long as the journey just gave me some reputation. Oh, what's that one? Technological breakthrough. Technological breakthrough. Swtorista. Nope, that's not the right one. Oh yeah, no, that has to do with the Datacron. Keep going, you're on the right track. I think we got everyone here. DCH is not here, but I don't, oh, DCH went to Terrace because he's nice, and Phaedra is AFK. So where's the droid? He is, someone just killed him. So we are waiting a few minutes till he comes back. And by the way, if anyone has to go, you don't have to stick around. You're good to go. We finished Galactic Seasons if you didn't want to stick around for these 2 last bosses for funsies. You could also try yoga, but not right before bed. right. Andy says, after a morning of technology frustration, I'm hoping to find something here to laugh or be happy about. Andy, I'm so sorry that you wanted to take the computer and or other technologies and throw them right in the trash. Andy also says, self-care is a critical component of work. It's the foundation of other productivity. Has everyone here remembered to take their beds? That's right. Take your drugs, people. I take mine at nighttime, so that I don't have to worry about. He has a quick respawn. He goes for breakfast. Yeah, he went to go get a coffee. He's gonna miss the summon. Parrot says, oh well, I got the technology. I guess I'll have to find the guide for the Datacron now. So Parrot, if you got the little thermal... Oh, there he is! There's the boss! Oh, I can't ready check! There we go. I spelled it wrong. Robit! Robit is here! How's our ready check? Ready check was cancelled because someone entered combat? What are you guys fighting? What'd you go fight? I'm gonna go slap the boss. I'm gonna die immediately. It's just how this thing works. Ah! Stay away from me! Am I dying? I'm actively dying. I'm not dead. Oh, stay away with me with your green beam! Oh my gosh, I didn't die! Oh, I'm so excited. That's like that's like a 1 in 10 chance of not getting my face completely annihilated by this boss. Is it true the game is now focused on single player story content and not the multiplayer aspect of it? Hey Prop, I don't think I would say that's true. Nice. As we're doing literally a large group piece of content. DCH, feel free to summon us. Robit. The reason I say that is because yes, when new content is added, it tends to be new story, and new story is I think the thing that players ask for the most overall, like percentage wise. If we're getting a new update, what would you like to be? New story. And story is just kind of by default not group content. However, whenever they have been adding new stuff or new systems, they have definitely been working in group stuff, though not necessarily in the traditional sense of, say, operations. So the newest operations is called R4, and it's really difficult. Like, very few groups have even completed it. Even in story mode, a lot of people who run lots of story mode operations haven't completed it. But we've gotten lots of group stuff, like we got Shrine of Silence in update 7.2 3 was a really cool group flashpoint that even has a nice, fairly decently difficult master mode. We got PvP seasons, comes out every couple of months. I don't know the exact timing, I forget. It's like 2 or 3 times a year, and that's obviously group activity PvP. We got Galactic seasons are constantly updating. They've been doing a really good job keeping up with that, and that has lots of group stuff like what we're doing right now. We're actually running world bosses because some of the activities were world bosses. But if you're asking, like, are they focusing on operations? Not so much, because they seem to be a fairly difficult piece of content to add, so they don't add them very often these days. But yeah, I hope that was a useful answer to you, to answer your question. If you have additional questions, feel free to drop them in chat while we're slapping world bosses. We had a question from Clarinet Boy. Nice question. I like it. How do you get the percentages on your bars? I had it once, but can't figure out how to turn them back on. Yeah, it's in your preferences. Silent is really nice and wrote the exact steps, which is awesome because I couldn't remember exactly where to get there. I was like, I know you turned them on in the settings, but I don't know. Oh, Friday, you're Relinko. Awesome. Perfect. We got you in here. Wonderful. And you got there for the last boss too. So we're waiting for Saruman, Batman to accept the summon, and then we'll fight this boss. Oh, it looks like you guys are just getting here. Awesome. Fantastic. Give you a couple seconds to load in. Nice. Thanks, Batman. Appreciate that. I'm loading up message. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Nice. We'll give it a go, and Batman should load in while we're fighting it, hopefully. But he will get credit regardless, which is all I'm shooting for. I like whoever used Feign Death over there, because you were like drowning in the puddle when you did it. Javier says, completely out of context question, would you be willing to watch an adaptation of The Old Republic as a Disney Plus series? Oh my gosh. So even before Disney owned Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic existed, and there's always been this like, oh, it'd be cool if there was a movie or something like that, or a TV show. At the time it was mostly a movie because we didn't really have Disney Plus Star Wars TV shows. But there's always been kind of mixed feelings on it. Like, I think everyone would love seeing their favorite version of the Old Republic on television, but I think everyone's also like, I don't know if it would be adapted in a way that I love, you know? And everyone's vision of the Old Republic is kind of different. Especially because Knights of the Old Republic, you could choose and make your own character. And your own character was very custom, like the decisions you would make during it, and even like the gender of your main character was a bit different and stuff like that, what your character looked like and stuff. So there's no way that you could really make the TV show match how you feel about it. But even with that said, I think it would be pretty cool to see. If I had to pick a yes or no, I think I'd like to see it. I'd love to introduce more people to the Old Republic lore. I love the Old Republic lore, and I think it's really neat. And I think I've been watching The Acolyte. I haven't... Oh, the new episode comes out tonight? Yeah? Oh, that's it. Thanks for coming, everyone, and thanks for your patience as we get everyone summoned and loaded in and stuff like that. Yay, that's it. I'm gonna go run some more Trader Among the Chiss and try to get some more of those missing pieces. But before I do, I'll look at Galactic Seasons really fast. So that completed 4 out of 7 for me. So Great Beast, Sparks of War, still got it. What's number 4? Is it just lying to me? Hang on, I'm gonna log in and log out again. I've been... Oh, Silent says, by the way, Knights of the Old Republic will be free on Prime Gaming July 16th and 17th. Nice. Yeah, so if you haven't played it, it's only usually like $2 anyway at this point. Right, I don't... So Javier says, I agree, and to be honest, that would be a great idea if done with the right people and a good script, which is faithful to the events of the game. That's the problem. That's the problem. Even if they were faithful to the events of the game, because you made your own decisions with that character on and stuff like that, there's no way for it to be faithful to the choices of your version of the game. So it's like literally impossible to make something that would please everyone. I would be happy with good enough, you know? So I've been watching The Acolyte, and there's obviously parts I like and parts I don't like, just like any other piece of media, but I've really, really been enjoying the era that it's in. Did you log out of Psy and log into Psy? Yes, on purpose. I was trying to get my weekly count right. I wanted to make sure it updated. Okay, so I've got 3 out of 7 done. March Across the Galaxy will be done, so 4 out of 7. Which other ones are there? So there's Veteran. Oh, nice outfit. Nice outfit, Batman. That you look really cool with your blue chest there and the blue armor there. I really like that one. So there's Explosive Conflict in Veteran mode. Wow, that's a difficult one. I Have Your Back, which is Complete Warzone. Nope, nope, nope. Defeat non-player enemies with a companion in a damage roll. Sure. Complete Warzone matches. Craft. Oh, complete missions as a trooper or Imperial agent origin. Okay, interesting. Drop in Republic fleet. Oh, that's cool. And Anarchy in Paradise. So I'm going to go the fleet real fast here. I didn't realize the fleet one would be one of the objectives. Darth Balco says, I finally got 1500 blueprints fragment completed with plenty of time to spare. Congratulations. That's a fairly hard one. And you got Bessie to level 5? Oh my goodness. Apparently level 5 and onward is kind of a mess. Andy says, oh my god, Andy. You're gonna make me sing this, aren't you? It's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's log, it's logging up Saya and back into Saya. Like that, right? Oh, Intizar, am I going to your house? Wait, is this actual Intizar or Intizar friend of Intizar? I'm gonna presume it's Intizar. Yeah, Friday. I'm glad we were able to get you in the end. Okay, so Intizar says yes, it is actually me, not friend of Intizar. Oh, okay. So what did I do yesterday? If I did actually sleep, I did still work at the same time. Not at the same time as sleeping, but also. Wow, I love your fountain here, Intizar. Stop looking in your bank. There's nothing good in there. Relax. This is cool. Does the fountain come with those lights? I'm pretty sure I have the decoration, but I don't think I ever looked at it. This is the Fred one for the Interpreter's Retreat. Oh, cool. And you, oh, I like the statue in the back that you kind of combine together. Or is that normally together? Either way, very cool. Very pretty. I like. I'm gonna take my glasses off so I can see better. Ooh. I like your barge, your trophy room. Oh, yeah. This is the trophy room. I like the hollow barge right here. Looks cool with the hollows in the backgrounds. I don't know how I'm feeling about Nadia, best girl Nadia, being a hologram right here in your PvP room. I'm not sure what you're trying to say here, or if she's an accidental companion ghost. Is bounty contracts broken? It says I'm not eligible for this conversation when I click on the carbonite figure on the fleet. I'm wondering, have you already run it once before ICDT over on YouTube? Or maybe you're a very, very, very low level? Oh, this is your plant room. Oh, I'm always a sucker for plant rooms. Oh, and you've got little pets on the floor too. I like how you gave your cactuses a good view so they can look out at the whatever the fleet is orbiting over. Coruscant, I think. You know, you gotta let your plants have something to look at. I'm 80 and I haven't done the bounty event before. Should I go to the Cartel Bazaar? I believe, if I remember right, there is a floating terminal on the fleet, but not... You go to the bazaar after. It's like the second part. But there's a floating terminal, and there should be some more information in that I just linked. Whoa! Intizar! This is so cool! Look at this! Intizar made a droid room and put this giant robot in the center. And made all the little tiny robots all over the floor. I like it. Intizar, thanks for sharing. Thanks for dragging me to your house. And I think that's it for the rooms, right? There's literally no other rooms in this entire house. There is technically the elevator room, but I'm not sure I looked in there or not. There's a trash can you can set on fire. I'm always a fan. Committing arson. There's a garbage can right here. Nope. Still trash. Oh yeah, you did actually. Oh, I like your posters. Look, he took 3 different posters and kind of put them on 3 wall hooks and then wiggled them about using the editor and made them like into a graffiti almost, like kind of made them into one single decoration. Very neat. Thanks. The big boy. Yes, I was gonna go run Trader Among the Chiss. So what was I working on yesterday? I was working on, of course, stuff related to obsessing about outfits. Or rather, armor sets. I was, first off, Neo was really nice and was trading me some dies. That's a whole affair these days. It's a lot harder to give and trade and share stuff with friends than it used to be because of the whole trade tax. And then, oh, interesting. Will says, I had the same issue with not eligible for conversation, but if you go to the Cartel Bazaar on the fleet, you can pick up the missions there. Oh, interesting. My theory is still that you maybe already did it before, the introductory quest, because I think that's just one time. And then after that, you can go to the Cartel Bazaar. Alright, so what am I doing? I am running a Trader Among the Chiss. I am doing this multiple times because I'm trying to get a specific armor set that random pieces drop from the bosses. So I'm doing pretty good. I've got most of the pieces so far. I am currently only missing a headpiece and a pair of gloves from the second set. And the second set only drops from the bonus boss and the last boss. So just kind of LOLing my way through on a stealth character in the easiest mode. Albert says, I found it. I have done bounty before and needed the terminal. Oh, you haven't done it before and needed the terminal in the Cartel Bazaar. Nice. Oh, you have done it before. Yeah, so after you've done it once, you can just go up there and do the quests like you've done it before. So I have your character Saya as my friend online in my Republic Trooper. So I know when you're on your Republic character. You know when I'm online? Do you see me when I'm sleeping? Do you know when I'm awake? Do you know when I've been bad or good? So be good, for goodness sake. You guys... Okay, we were talking about 16 Candles yesterday. I believe someone popped in and made a 16 Candles reference, and I said, oh, I should watch that because I've never watched it before, and I know it's like a classic. Like, it's a really well-known movie. Y'all should have given me a bit of a warning what I was walking into. Nobody warned me this wasn't a family-friendly movie. So I decided to watch 16 Candles last night. And I was like, whoa. I'm about 20 or 30 minutes in because I decided to be responsible and go to bed after watching it for a bit. I was like, wait, period jokes in the first like 2 minutes of the movie. Whoa, F-bomb first 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, booby first 20 minutes. Oh, my virgin eyes. I kind of vaguely knew that it was a coming-of-age movie. And I kind of vaguely knew it was about, like, dating, romance, whatever, as a teenager. But I found that most, at least these days, most coming-of-age stories are actually very kind of toned down. They're very, like, they're, like, almost something that someone who was 13 might like more and watch than someone who's, like, 16 or 18. And, yeah, so 16 Candles I also thought might be more like The Breakfast Club, which is not necessarily a family movie, but I wouldn't mind. Oh, gosh, I didn't have a companion. That wouldn't have gone very well. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, we're gonna set him to damage because that's fun. Let's try this again. Who's that? Karen dear, thank you. Oh, the boss saw me. Thank you very much. So yeah, it's a very interesting movie so far. It's very scripted, and I don't necessarily like that. I do like that it's very raw. Teenagers acting like teenagers. But at other times, it's awkward because I'm pretty sure everybody in the movie is like a full adult. Like, I volunteer with someone who's like 15. You know, you don't look like an adult at 15 for the most part. Like, there's some people who kind of get unlucky and they age a little faster, but you don't look like a full-grown college sophomore when you're a normal sophomore. I guess one of the biggest questions I have is how similar or dissimilar is the movie's dialogue and like the things that happen in the movie. How similar or dissimilar is it to when I was growing up, and then second to how current teenagers grow up. So for example, in the movie there's a part where she's very, very jealous of the cheerleader, you know, the beautiful girl who has the boy that she has a crush on. That's super normal to feel jealousy and to feel envious and to feel unconfident in yourself when compared to someone else. Like, that is absolutely like a universal problem. But in the actual movie itself, she goes into, they're like in gym class or something, and she goes and watches the girl like showering, and she's like, she's so perfect. You know, like, that wouldn't happen these days. You'd be like, excuse me, stop being a freaking pervert and watching people when they're naked. And also, like, secondarily, I feel like, because so many more people, especially these days with the younger generation, like my generation, it definitely was starting to be more open. And then the younger generation, like, girls are more likely to like girls than ever before, you know, or to have more open preferences. Like, what? Girls don't watch girls shower anymore. But did they ever? Is kind of one of my questions. Would that have always been kind of weird? So yeah, it was quite different so far than Breakfast Club, but I'm kind of glad I'm watching it because it is considered such a cult classic. I also found out that I was telling Mr. Swtorista that I was watching 16 Candles, and he said, "Oh yeah, I think I heard from the other room you mentioning 16 Candles." And he said that's my mom's favorite movie, and I was like, no way. So that's kind of cool. I'll be able to talk to her about it, because that was a movie of their generation by like a lot, just like Breakfast Club, which I quite liked. I really like Breakfast Club, and I really like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That movie cracks me up. I feel like that one's aged so well that I could be wrong. Sorry. Oh, Robin says, I hated communal showers when I was younger. So when I was growing up, I grew up in somewhere that was extremely Catholic Christian, extremely. And the communal showers existed, but we did not use them. I was told that sometimes they were used for sports stuff, like after school activities, which I never ever got to go to. But I don't know if that was actually true or not, or just like a rumor. But yeah, that was never a thing for us. That would be too weird. I never liked having to change in gym in front of everybody. That was also something that feels kind of like messed up in retrospect. Bueller. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, you use them for swim class and you just like shower in front of other people? That's so weird. Like, what? It's so unnecessary too. Like, doesn't actually make any sense why you would have to do that. Like, adding a stall is not exactly hard or space consuming. Like, yeah, you're supposed to have bodily autonomy except in gym. Then everybody's allowed to be weirdos. Not a fan. Oh, is there like a boss on the floor? So yeah, it's like I guess I have a lot of questions like that, like as I'm watching the movie. Like, I don't know what is exaggerated for the movie or what was actually normal at the time, you know? The social stratification exists. It falls across the different lines in classic sports versus nerds. Yeah, it's a lot different these days. That was already starting to like phase out a bit by the time I hit high school. I felt like there was still definitely little cliques, But they weren't necessarily the traditional ones like the jocks and the cheerleaders like that you would see in the movies. Adding a stall puts a hard limit on the number of people that can use the shower at once. No stalls means you can just cram them in there. What are you doing? Are you like hugging each other while you're showering? And it also works better for horror movies. There you go. Perfect. That's the main reason. Oh, the question isn't too random, Ash Shaver. But if you had to decide a new class or new combat style, depending on your decision, why? So they've talked a little bit about this before, the developers. They've said we're probably never ever going to see a new class story just because of the sheer amount of work and effort that was put into the original ones before the game was ever released. So probably won't see that again. Like with the full level story starting at level 1 kind of thing. And then a new combat style, although the developer who said that doesn't work there anymore. They did say, in general, because of the way combat styles are, the way they're set up now with the new 7.0 combat styles, it is more likely than it ever could have been before that we could get a new combat style. In the past, that would have been basically impossible because they would have had to add a new class and then a new combat style. But now they can just do a combat style. Why am I pressing that over and over? So which one is more likely to happen is a combat style, and likely to never happen is a story. So if I actually get to pick, I pick a new story. Hell yeah. Which one do I think they actually might do in the future is a combat style, but maybe not anytime soon kind of thing. I don't necessarily know if I want them to add a new combat style. As much as in theory it sounds cool to me and exciting, they already kind of struggle to balance the current ones. I don't know if I'd want to make that any worse, you know? Donkle says, hi Swtorista, do you know how the Apex server is doing population-wise? So I don't play on the Apex server, however, we have a friend named Shintar from the Going Commando blog, and she plays on there fairly regularly as she hops between servers, and she actually went and did a little interview with some players who play on Shea Vizsla, including our friend JR, who's hanging out in chat right now. So if you would like to learn more and see some actual like player opinions, I've just linked you the Going Commando blog, and I think you might enjoy reading that. Oh, I just fell to my death. LOL. LOL. Andy says, yeah, but it's expensive. Not really, but every cent counts for things that don't affect you. I think that was about the showers, right? I don't know about you, but forcing people to shower together who might not want to does affect me. It affects me emotionally. I would feel incredibly guilty. Yeah, but yeah, there's lots of cool potential options that could be added in the future. Hey, Pasoto. Hello, hello. That sitting position hurts. Oh no, my knees. Yeah, I'm getting into shorts. Getting into shorts part of the year now. It's starting to get hot here. Starting to get real hot. Starting to be like crop top and shorts weather. You're gonna you're gonna see me progressively wearing less and less on stream. not like a hot tub stream, more like, oh my god, it's freaking hot. Hello, California. I think I can just roll through this one, right? Yeah. Pew! I can heal and cleanse myself as I run? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Temple of Sacrifice? What do you mean TOS? Phantom says, look, I didn't want to be there anyway, so the shower and changing just made it worse. Right! You already... And there's already, like, so much insecurity to do with gym because, like, you're supposed to be doing physical activity, and you're supposed to be good at stuff, and you're wearing clothes that you wouldn't normally, often clothes that might be more revealing than you might normally. And specific clothes that you may or may not be able to afford because your parents don't have a lot of money, you know? Gym class just always was a rough time for me. Like, I didn't mind the actual physical activity. I wish I had a little more freedom about what I was allowed to do and not do. But all that stuff was horrid. Horrid. Did not teach me anything, just made me hate people more. I will tell you a fun story though. When I was in middle school, they were doing a really good and I think very useful activity in gym class where we would all be outside and there were some bleachers and they had everybody just run up and down the bleachers X amount of times and see how long it would take you. And the idea of the story was like, look, the people who smoke, the teenagers who smoke, see how much trouble they're having in comparison to everyone else. And that is like a direct result of the decreased lung capacity that you get. And it was like very noticeable. I thought, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Why? And then there was me. I didn't smoke and I was like last. It was like, thanks for nobody addressing the fact that I have such bad allergies that are not getting addressed, that I have like asthma. Blah. Oh, he died. Okay. Oh, I didn't do the bonus boss. Is it too late? I don't know. I should go find out. There's a shuttle here. I don't think I ever noticed there was a shuttle there either. You and I are not so different, Spider-Man. Gym classes made me absolutely despise team sports. I feel like this team sport stuff probably, although I didn't enjoy it, probably taught me some stuff. I don't know exactly what, but some stuff, probably. You think it's too late? I think so too, but I'm gonna go back and check just for my own interests. Because I've always wanted to know this, because I always kind of derp out and skip stuff. Okay, did I get lucky? Okay, so I got some boots and I got some bracers, but neither the ones I needed in the last boss I did not get lucky with, unfortunately. I've avoided locker rooms ever since those communal showers. Okay, and then they still exist in, like, swimming pools, right? I think more and more swimming pools will have changing stalls, though, which I really appreciate. When I was in high school this Friday, in gym class, we were not allowed to change for gym, do push-ups or sit-ups or any of that. The extent of physical activity did was gripping strength tests. What was going on at your school Friday? That's very odd. That's very strange. Was there any story behind that? That was definitely not my experience for sure. Okay, so I think the boss is back here. Hey there, Red 5. Hi. Hey, Tox! I'm so glad you're here, Tox. I just saw your messages this morning that you're sending me about Bessie, and I'm so sorry I didn't reply. I had actually lost your message in my pile of messages, and then I saw it today and I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. She's sending me info about Bessie. And I wanted to ask you, Tox, before I forget, is the Bessie stuff that you're sending me, is that you? Is that you leveling Bessie up, or like a friend or someone else leveling her up? Oh, did I go too far? No, not quite yet. Getting there. Yeah, it's far back. Also, I'm slightly lost. I think I may be going backwards by accident. Here we go. Tox says, arrow towards me. Okay, so it was you. Awesome. Thank you so much, Tox. And is it okay if I use that to put info on the website? Like if I give it to Zach and ask him to work it into the Bessie guide? Patrick says, Jim taught me it's pointless to try and get better because one, you got the reputation of not being good, and kids won't let you try. Always rush over and push me out of the way when the volleyball is coming my way. Aw, I really like the activities in gym that were collaborative or like self-done. So like running, I hated so much because I was always physically dying, but at least I didn't have so much of the social anxiety for it. And the grading was that you had to beat your own previous score, not necessarily that you had to compete with anybody else. Like I was still embarrassed that I was slow, but at least like I could just go at my own pace, you know? During one semester, I I joined rugby because a friend needed another body for the team, or the team couldn't play. So I was like, I'll come join rugby. I don't have to be good. I just have to physically be a body here on the team, right? And so one of the things they said you had to do was you had to take what essentially was gym, but you could take it yourself. You could do it at your own semester by yourself, and there was a workout room. Oh, look, the boss is here. Oh, hey, cool. Look, well, that's my answer. Yes, you can go back and do the boss after the flashpoint is completed. Wouldn't it be funny if he doesn't drop anything or something like that? So I really like that. I actually developed my own little weird workout routine by myself. And I was actually quite healthy because of it. I would rotate between the different machines way more than was like recommended, but it was fun and it was fine. I could just chill out. There was nobody else in there at that time, and so I didn't feel embarrassed. I really liked that. Thank you, Tox. That's awesome. Very cool. Thank you so much for sending that in. I'm gonna pass it to Zach and see what he can do with it. Cool, but ideally you kill it along the way. Yes, ideally. Ideally. Definitely not worth the backtracking. Ah, and it didn't drop any of the outfit I needed. Well, okay. It's fine. It's fine. We'll run it again. And hopefully get lucky this time. Friday says, I love middle school gym because every day we would do 5 push-ups, and as long as we would run in and outside, we could play whatever games we wanted. Kickball, trash can ball, football. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, whatever. I'm glad you got some more, leeway there. Friday also said, the reason we did group tests was because too many people complained about stuff, and people were split between athletes who are incredibly fit and then people who had never left a couch in their life. I wish I was joking. Yeah, I think at least, so I've been to a lot of schools and I kind of have trouble keeping them straight. We moved around a lot when I was younger. I know at least one of the schools that I went to, if you were in a sport, you actually would go to a different gym class. So that would help kind of split people up more. And if you were in an intense sport like football, you even had a third layer where that would be like actual training, I think is what it would be called, versus gym class. So I'm sure that helped some for sure. But yeah, if everyone's in the same category, then you can't really play the same activities together. It's just like in SWTOR, we can't do the same activities together all the time because there's different skill and practice levels for sure. Gear, skill, and experience for SWTOR. Trader English, here we go. Yeah, what is trash can ball, by the way? Is that just like basketball with a trash can? My question from Sith Warrior is, the farm on Dantooine with the event, is it possible to get to that farm? So sadly, the farm, Sith Warrior, is just, it's just a location. It's not a stronghold, if that's what you're asking. You can't like keep the farm for yourself or decorate it. It's your farm, and it'll be your farm again next year. But you know, that's it. Oh, Batman says that blue armor you saw earlier was the first outfit that I made. Oh, it's a very nice first one. Matches your chist perfect. Perfect blue there. I am really glad that I don't have to do gym anymore. I'm really glad that that's not something required. However, of course, because I don't have that requirement, I don't have to exercise, which is not necessarily a good thing. I keep very active just like in my day-to-day life, even though I'm sitting down at the computer a lot. I'm just kind of crazy and I like to do stuff around the house, so I'll always be like running around and doing stuff. But otherwise I really don't exercise. I'd like to more, but there's so many hurdles, it feels like. Like there's the physical discomfort of things is miserable to me. Like, and it seems to be more miserable to me than it does to the general population, probably because of my allergies and stuff like that. There's the clothing aspect. I know that's a really weird one, but especially for women, you have to be like specific of how you dress, and I really haven't found something that I really like that's also very comfortable and I have like multiple copies of. And third, there's the like social outdoors aspect. I already have problems. I told you guys so many stories about how whenever I go out in public, for some reason I'm like a magnet for weirdo people yelling at me. I went with Mr. Swtorista to the dentist yesterday because I had to go pick something up, and I was like a month late picking it up, and I was like, I realized the reason I've been really reluctant about going by myself is because there was the guy who was yelling at me about slashing my tires in the parking lot last time. I nearly crashed my car because I was so upset afterwards trying to drive away. And like that gets obviously even more awkward when you're wearing like comfortable clothing, like shorts and sports tops and stuff like that. So it's like, oh, there's so much to it. And then it's getting really hot now. I don't even want to be outside, period. So many things, just so many hurdles, it feels like. The only thing I've ever really liked and felt very comfortable doing is on a treadmill inside with air conditioning, and the treadmill is like the $4,000 treadmills, like the big ones, not the little ones you get for your house at a garage sale, you know? Okay, we need at least 60% focus to kill this droid. 5, 4, 3, 2. Red 5 says, hey Swtorista, I just started in-game. Oh, nice. On my Sith Warrior, and I've been looking through all your outfit ideas in TOR fashion website, but I still struggle to figure out how to play dress up. Oh my gosh. And know what looks good. Do you have any advice for people getting to SWTOR fashion for their characters who struggle to find a cosmetics that they are happy with? Wow, that's actually a fairly uncommon comment. Actually, a lot of people, they found the most common one I see is, I found something I like but I can't afford it. What do I do? Let's see, what would I recommend you to take a look at? So personally, I'm not super picky about outfits. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer about what looks good and doesn't look good. It's all personal preference anyway, and I think there's nice stuff you can find for literally any outfit piece that you have. You can make something that looks cool with it, you know? So something that might be useful to you to get some ideas is top 10 Sith Warriors. I have this video called Top 10 Sith Warrior Outfits, and basically it's actually a list of, you know what, let's watch it right now. I haven't watched this in forever, and I actually need to rewatch these. Let's watch it together!
Hey,
no,
I'm Kayla, and I'm
no,
one of the AI voices.
no, you're not. Go away. We already talked about why AI voices aren't going to work in SWTOR. We already know. We already did that. Let's mute this and pop this up. So let's watch this together, because I've been focusing on so much of the armor set cataloging on the website. That's why I've been interested in these again. Sith Warrior wants to know also, do you know how it's possible to be with 7 players in a group? Because for Flashpoints, it's just 4. Yes, so you can only do Flashpoints with 4 people, just full stop. But other activities like operations, you can do 8 or 16. And for the group content we like to do on stream, you can have up to 24 people, like doing a world boss. And the way you do that is you start a group with at least 2 people. You have to both be like not in your stronghold, not in an instance, and the group leader right clicks their character portrait and converts it to an operation group, and that's how you hold more people. So this video is not necessarily the top 10. It's 10 that I wanted to show off. Some are expensive, some are very affordable. So what are some cool ones you could get for yourself? This might be a good one. Can you guys do a sound check once the audio starts and let me know if it's too quiet?
The warrior channels the destructive emotions of fear, anger, and hatred to purge weakness from body and mind and become a being of pure, brutal style. In this video, I'm going to be going over my top 10 favorite Sith Warrior outfits in Star Wars: The Old Republic. Some of these armors are going to be extremely rare, while others are going to be very easy to get. Don't forget, most of these armors can be worn by other classes than just the Sith Warrior, and you can use the outfit designer to retain the stats of your armor while choosing any of these looks to wear as a costume. You can open the outfit designer by pressing the numbered tabs on the right hand side of your equipment panel. Now let's jump right into the top 10 list. Number 10, the Imperial Guard Armor, otherwise known as the Dark Honor Guard Armor. This armor is seen on the Imperial Guards that are stationed around Korriban, Dromund and other areas that are considered vital parts of the Sith Empire. The Imperial Guard is a force of elite warriors who serve the Sith Emperor, and you run into them quite a lot on the Imperial side, especially if you're a Sith warrior or Sith Inquisitor. Although there's no exact replica of their armor available in the game, there is a lot of really good looking substitutes. The first is the Dark Praetorian set, and this is a really nice, handsome looking set. It's dropped from tier 2 command crates for those of you who are level 70 and subscribed, but it's often very easy to find on the GTN and not too expensive. You might just have to keep checking the GTN because the supply depends on how many people are actually taking them from the crates and putting them up for sale. And while this set doesn't match exactly, it is one of the few sets that has the very iconic shoulder pads that the Imperial Guard has. Now, if you're looking for something a little closer to the original design, the Marauders Elite set is very close. It is a synth-weaving crafting schematic. The schematic comes from, you could probably find it on the GTN, as well as the pieces. It's only wearable by Imperial agents and Sith warriors at level 43 or higher. This one doesn't have the shoulder pads, but as far as I can tell when you dye it, it's one of the closest to the original set. Another similar version is the Resilient Polyplast set. Once again, it's a synth-weaving schematic and can be worn at level 50 or higher. This one has an especially interesting design. There is a zigzag kind of lightning pattern on the chest, and it also has a really interesting, nice-looking colored helmet. I haven't seen anything really like it in the rest of the game. And before we move on, I'll show you one more in case you're having trouble finding the ones I've already listed. The Nano Silk Forced Expert set is pretty different when it comes to color, but it is very easy to get, as all synth-weaving crafters can craft it at synth-weaving level 370 or higher. The schematic comes directly from the crew trainer, and it can be worn at level 46 or higher. Just be aware, when you send this one over to the Republic side, it switches appearance. Number 9. Fana Vesh's armor. This armor is actually based on a character in-game that you encounter all throughout Imperial Terrace. I was pretty surprised. I always assumed this set was specifically designed with a female character's proportions in mind, but it actually looks really good on a male character as well. It's an extremely detailed set, especially because it's an early game set. It's been around for a very long time. Looks really nice. It would be great for a Sith Inquisitor or a Sith Warrior if you're looking for something a little less bulky, but still armored. This is a cartel market armor, so the first place you're going to want to go look for it is on the GTN to buy it with credits from other players. Number 8. Darth Melora's armor. Darth Melora was reintroduced in the Jedi Under Siege update, and when she was reintroduced, she also had a new set of armor. The armor that she's wearing is the Resilient Warden's armor set, and once again, this is a cartel market armor, so go check the GTN to find it. As far as I can tell, the dye that she is using is the black and deep red dye module, gives it a very Sithy feeling. And Darth Melora sits on the Dark Council of the Sith Empire, where she oversees the sphere of scientific advancement. Initially held back from opportunities by her first master, Lord Renning, Melora eventually managed to escape his mentorship and make a name for herself through her mastery of a combination of Sith alchemy and genetic engineering. Number 7. The Sith Recluse set. This is a really gorgeous armor set. I love the coloring, the matte of the armor. I love how much details it has. Just the armor alone is fantastic, but this armor also has a special feature to it. It doesn't show up very well in my spin around preview windows, but when you draw your weapon, a small droid will pop out beside you and follow you while you are in combat. Very few armors have any type of effect when you draw your weapon, and this one's is the most visible, with a little droid that floats along beside you. It turns around with you and it stays by your side the entire time you have your weapon out. Once again, since this is a cartel market armor, the first place you're going to go check for it is on the GTN from other players. Number 6. The Iokath Annihilator set. This set actually made my list not necessarily because it is the most fashionable piece, but I think it really fits the Sith warrior ideals, and it's a set of armor that I don't think too many people actually have. This is a reputation armor set that can be earned through the Iokath reputation system, and it's a bit odd for reputation because each piece actually requires a different rank. So for example, you can get the bracers at outsider rank, but you need to be hero to wear the chestplate and the helmet. All in all, this entire outfit will cost you 770 Iokath power shards and 770,000 credits. There is another armor set that's kind of similar to the set that I wanted to show off as well. It's called the Unrelenting Terror set. It has a really unique texture, really glossy kind of shiny feel to it. This one has a cape. It does have the similar very heavy black armored look with red details, and this is a cartel market armor set, so much easier to find on the GTN and way easier to earn than the Iocath Reputation set, but not nearly as rare or as impressive. Number 5, Darth Malgus' armor set. Darth Malgus is a key character in the Imperial storylines, and both factions face him after their class story on the planet of Ilum. There are multiple ways to get his unique, iconic armor set. The first one is the Juggernaut's Renowned armor set, and this is from the Legacy vendor on Droman Kos, and it's restricted to the Sith Warrior. It's heavy armor, but if you're on a Sith Marauder, you can still equip it via the outfit designer. All in all, this set will cost 750,000 credits and requires Legacy level 10 or higher. I believe this is the set that I would say is the most similar to the actual Sith Malgus set in-game. Now, if you want to check out some alternatives, there are actually a ton of craftable versions of the Darth Malgus armor skin. The Ablative Plasteel armor set, the Shadow Silk Aegis armor set, and the Reinforced Channeling armor set are slightly different colors but have the same shape and design, and they are all synth weaving schematics. The easiest one to get would probably be the Shadow Silk Aegis armor set, as all synth weavers can craft it once they reach the appropriate crafting level. Last, and very much least in my opinion, is the actual Darth Malgus armor set. It is a cartel market item, so you can find it on the GTN from other players. Number 4, Tulak Horde's armor set, and there is a ton of lore armor sets that fit perfectly for the Sith Warrior, but I decided just to show off one, and I decided to pick Tulak Horde, both for who Tulak Horde was and because of the design of the armor. Very good looking, very heavy armor, but very maneuverable as well. Tulak Horde was a Dark Lord of the Sith that ruled during the early Sith Empire, but started off as a student of the dark side. Rising through the ranks, he was feared by his rivals, having mastered the art of lightsaber combat and manipulation of the Force. Tulak Horde was known as the Lord of Hate, Master of the Gathering Darkness, and finally, Dark Lord of the Sith. Lord Horde went undefeated, slaying all who dared to challenge his might. He was a renowned duelist, remarkable even for his time, when many true lightsaber masters lived, and was extremely talented in both laying single-handed siege and in the telekinetic powers of the Force. And how do you get this armor? Once again, a cartel market armor, and you can find it on the GTN from other players. Number 3, Darth Atroxa. You may know who Darth Atroxa is, even if you've never heard her name before. Darth Atroxa is the red Twi'lek seen in the Knights of the Fallen Empire trailer, who is on Korriban, which is being attacked by the 2 Eternal Princes. And while the set doesn't actually have her name, the Fallen Defender's armor set is an almost exact replica of what she's wearing in the trailer. One kind of funny detail about the armor set, when worn on most characters, this armor set will have a hood, unlike in the trailer where there is none. However, if you do wear it on a Twi'lek character, the hood will be removed just like the Twi'lek has in the trailer. Now, since that is a cartel market armor set, if you like these simple Sith red or black robes, I do have 2 really good looking alternatives available. The first is the Lasha Aegis armor set, and this is craftable by all synthweavers at synthweaving level 110, and it's wearable by characters level 16 or higher. This one, the schematic is directly from the crew skills trainer, so very easy to get. Just be aware it switches appearance when you send it over to Republic side. If you like that set but are looking for more red, there is a version called Warlord's armor set, and it's a synthweaving schematic. You can usually find it on the GTN, and it can be worn at level 19 or higher, but only by Sith warriors and bounty hunters. Number 2, the Charged Hypercloth Aegis vestments, and this is a really good, domineering looking set, especially good for the Sith warrior who wants to intimidate with their armor. This design is actually an old War Hero PvP set of armor that can now be crafted by synthweavers at synthweaving level 520. It's very easy to get because you can get the schematic straight from the crew skills trainer at level 520, and this can be worn by any class at level 61 or higher. Just be aware it switches appearance when you move it over to Republic side. Number 1, Darth Mar's armor set. Darth Mar is definitely a fan favorite when it comes to characters of the Old Republic, especially Sith side. He's a member of the Dark Council. He's a terrifying warrior and a true believer in the Sith code. What's interesting is that although he is an extremely popular character, you cannot simply get Darth Marr's armor set in-game. You have to look at the different lookalike sets instead. The first one, and probably the most well known by veteran players, is the Battlemaster Weapon Master and Battlemaster War Leader set. It's very old PvP gear, and only those who bought the schematic back in the day can craft it now. It also requires Valor rank 60. So for example, I actually can craft this armor set, but I can't wear it on any of my Imperial characters because they do not have a high enough Valor rank. When I was searching for it on the GTN, it's also very haphazard whether it's available or not. You just have to keep looking if you want to get that set. The next lookalike set is the Reaver set, and this is a Cartel Market item, and you can find it on the GTN. This is the one that I think is probably going to be your best bet for getting it. Doesn't have a Valor requirement, and it dies very well. In this specific case, the best dye I was able to find was the Black and Deep Red dye module, which is crafted by artificers, so it's not very expensive on the GTN. It's not a perfect match to Darth Marr's armor because the colorations are a little off, but it's really, really close. Lastly, there's the Imperial Bastion's armor set. This is not a lookalike of Darth Marr's armor, but I feel it has a lot of the same design elements and it's an extremely good looking, intimidating piece of armor. I know on this top 10 list I actually had quite a few more Cartel Market items than I did on previous lists, but for some reason the Sith Warrior is absolutely spoiled when it comes to cool, good looking armor on the Cartel Market, as well as crafted gear. There was a ton that did not make it onto this list, but I really, really like. Now it's up to you. What Sith Warrior armor set do you think really should have made this top 10 list, and what are you wearing on your Sith Warrior? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to show your support for this series, or to have similar videos show up on your YouTube homepage, subscribe to this channel. And as always, may the Force be with you.
Oh, that was a fun one! Thanks for watching with me. I haven't seen that one in a while, and I really wanted to watch it, especially because I've been working on all the fashion stuff. There's a small chance we may actually go through the various ones on channel. So I have on my wish list to make, and you may have noticed that I've been making less videos. And oh, I just walked into the bad guys. Oops. I'm gonna use heroic moment and just blast them. Oh, they're all dead. Everyone's fine here. We're fine. We're gonna stealth. Am I going the right direction? Yes. I've had this kind of wish list. I've been making less videos because it's been a bit of a struggle for me. The physical act of recording the videos. Just because my health has been so up and down. Like website stuff I can work on even if I feel like absolute garbage. Like I could have 103-degree fever or whatever and I could still be working on website stuff. Maybe not fast, but I can still do it. But the recording stuff is a lot harder for me. And so I really want to make, for each class, I want to make like top 10 most affordable Sith Warrior outfits. And I want to make like top 10 coolest outfits, like no regard for availability or affordability, you know? Like this outfit you can only get if you're like the best player in the game. It's the coolest, haha, you know? I'd really like to. I just have a lot of projects related to fashion right now that I'm working on kind of all at once. So I think one of the things I really want to finish first is the armor database. I'm working on updating it. What was I doing last night? I was researching something. So yesterday I got a bunch of dyes from Coryfish, which was really very, very... Oh, from Neo. From Neo gave me a bunch of dyes and got it organized for me to get those. Coryfish actually crafted me some very rare armors that I don't see often on the GTN, if at all. I was like, wow, it's kind of awesome that anybody can even make these, much less someone has all of the sets from Galactic Command crafting or something like that. So that was able to answer all of my questions about it, as well as get it for me so I could get screenshots, which is awesome. I was researching something really hard. Oh yeah, I was looking up the purple gear that shows up on the GTN. And this gear has the words artifact and prototype in it sometimes. One really stupid thing that I noticed is I found a lot of players on the GTN were selling the gear from the adaptive vendor for very high prices, like 50 to 100 million credits for the gear you can get for practically free from the adaptive vendor. And I couldn't figure out if they were selling it to people who like accidentally think it's rare, or if they're like credit sellers trying to circumvent, you know, sell a junk item for credits. And that's how they're exchanging credits around. I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't see if there's a pattern to it or anything. What other weird and complicated and kind of frustrating thing that I found out was that back in the day you could very easily see what gear was crafted or not by rolling over the item, and it would say made by so and so. Now that the GTN has conglomerated all the items together, so you can't see who's selling it, which is fine. I think it's generally a good change for combating some of the negative behaviors of credit selling and stuff like that. But it doesn't tell you that it's crafted anymore, because that little message of crafted by so and so is missing. But I can't tell what's crafted off the top of my head or what's picked up from the ground and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh no, it's gonna be hard to figure out. JR says, brilliant! I didn't think of flipping 25k adaptive gear for 50 million. Right, I can't figure out. I can't figure out if it's flipping it or if it's like circumventing other stuff. I'm leaning towards the latter, but I've also learned you guys get ripped off on a regular basis because you don't know the game, so it could be either. It really could be either. Final Fantasy XIV put a label on the gear to show if a vendor sold it, and if so, for what price. Yeah, right. SWTOR actually did a really positive thing a while ago. Certain items that were sold from vendors, they made it so you couldn't sell them on the GTN anymore, which I thought was fantastic. I thought that was great. I was very happy about that. I can't remember what items those were. It was kind of recently. People also sell mounts, like the Watchman, for 10k on the vendor. Oh, and the Yavin. Oh yeah, some of the items were decorations. Like you can get the decorations from the reputation vendors, but people just resell them on the GTN for no good reason. Oh yeah, Derek Balcold. I'm sure that video did not have every Sith one. I think I just did the best I could without talking about Sith armors for the next 40 years, which I totally could. Looks like I didn't get lucky with what I was looking for, unfortunately. What? I'll get them eventually, right? Yeah, so I think it would be beneficial for those armors to not be sellable in the future too. It's kind of crazy that people were doing it in the first place. Oh, LOLbit says I just finished chapter 1 of The Agent. The plot twist is crazy. Yes, The Agent. That's not even the only plot twist you got coming. Enjoy, have fun. Have fun. The Agent story is really fun with all its twists and turns. I really, really like it. When people ask me what's your favorite story, The Agent is the one that I picked as my top one after playing them all. Oh no, kitty cats, don't see me. Don't look at me. So I've been trying to track down and figure out what world drops still kind of exist. And I'm finding some were on Tour Fashion, but some weren't. And so it's very confusing. It's hard to pinpoint everything down. I've been a bit frustrated about it, but I'll figure it out. I'm just gonna keep writing stuff down until I understand what's going on with it. Was I working on anything else? Let me check something really fast. Outfits 2024. You guys can see my really bad spreadsheet. This one is for me, not for you guys, so it doesn't have to be pretty. So here's all the fitted armors. Oh my god. Wait, are these fitted armors? Wait, what are these? Oh my gosh! All these fitted armors? I didn't put fitted in their name. I need to go do that. That's gonna be awkward otherwise. I was adding all the... Oh yeah, I added all the heroic armors and their requirements. I added Jawa cloak. I added those armors that Cory Fish was crafted. So the items that I'm talking about, they have names like this. They have names like, I'm gonna open up a window in the background here. They have names like Pristine Exemplar, Pristine Battle Mind, Pristine Ardent, Venerable Exemplar, Ancient Seeker, Enshrouding Force, Primeval Battle Mind, Primeval Seeker, Battle Instructor, Rampage Assault. They have names like that. I haven't 100% clarified what comes from where yet, but I think they are just generally world, quote unquote, world drops that are totally different from fitted armors. They are, as far as I can tell, separate still. Don't, Phantom! You're not supposed to... I spelled those wrong on purpose. I spelled it wrong on purpose so I didn't mistake it for a piece of gear. It was like a category. It wasn't meant to be shown to anybody. Oh gosh, it's getting very, very warm now. I might have to stop playing soon. Oh no! Oh my gosh. Oh, JR says those were the purple armors I was talking about. That's awesome. So I think JR, I think those are not fitted armors. Like, I think they are separate, a whole separate category of their own, but I have to compare the visuals, if that makes sense. Did I get that thing? Yes, I can press it. Ooh. A lot of those are world boss drops and have the prototype. Yeah, it's really weird. Some of them have the prototype, but they're actually like purple. And some of them are blue and don't have a marker at all, but have the right name. And some of them are purple and have the word artifact beside them. It's like there's not a lot of consistency, and it's a bit confusing, which is why I've been like scratching my head over it a bit. And some of them are super expensive. Oh, you've been hoarding them? Are you hoarding them bound or unbound? If you're hoarding them bound, I might track them later, but I don't want to till I finish the other stuff. If they're unbound, maybe I should start collecting those too. Unbound, wow. Me too. I've been hoarding the ones that I get, like off the ground. I might want to steal those from you. We'll see. I'm still feeling like very overwhelmed by the trying to collect the fitted armors. You guys have been great. Thank you so much for sending me the fitted armors. You guys have been sending them to Saya Republic side and Eavesdrop Imperial side, and I've actually been getting them because I'm on those characters and sorting them and stuff like that. Especially thanks to those of you who have been sending full sets. I appreciate the pieces as well because I've been sorting them into sets. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was actually able to check a whole bunch more off my list than I could before, which is super cool. Oh, someone asked in ally chat, is there any achievements for petting Bessie? Where is that droid? Oh, he's up there. Get down. Get down here. Okay, final boss. All I have to do is not die by falling to my death. If you had to guess how many of those sets are there, that's what I don't know, Galdor, that's a great question. Like the fitted sets, I've been able to put together a list. It's like 300 sets or something, you know, and I have a list from Jedipedia because they all start with the same name, fitted XYZ. I was able to do a lot of like spreadsheeting with them to sort them out and stuff like that. But these ones, these purple ones, it's very unclear because I can kind of look them up on Jedipedia. Some of them have the word prototype or artifact at the beginning of their name, but not all of them. And I don't know if all the items in the game that have the word prototype and artifact in front of them, I don't know if they're all actually in the same category or pool of items that drop from world drops.
I would like to see the baby.
Hey, Slyfox! Could be just random like crafted items that also have that. Ow! What's going on here? Did he shoot me after he died? That was rude. Did I get an armor piece? Yes, but not one of the ones I needed. At least I did get one this time. Well, I've got so many decorations. But still haven't gotten lucky with those last two missing pieces. I think they hate me. The real problem is I have only a 2 of 7 chance of getting them each time. But that is okay. We will persevere. We will eventually get it. We won't run more than 2 a day so that we don't go absolutely insane. For those of you on YouTube, if you enjoyed that video we were watching earlier about the fashion, the top 10 Sith armors. If you go to my channel and search for top 10, 10 with a 10, you will be able to see a whole bunch more of those. For those of you on Twitch, we're gonna go see Cat's Tails, whose title is I Think I Will Train Bessie, and then decide what to do next. Great. Cat's Tails, and Cat is someone that we actually play with every Wednesday, so we'll see her tomorrow on stream as we go do some harder content. Hope you guys have a great day. See you tomorrow, and have a great one. Thanks for coming. Oh my god, JR said I was selling those for up to $1 billion. Who was buying those?